guys, it's Lindsay from Perfectly Bookish 5, and this is the start of my August to September book haul. This book came on July 31st, but I'm going to show it anyway because I didn't show it in my other book haul. It released on July 30th, and they sent it a day later. But it is the, oh my gosh, I don't know, like the 10th or 11th installment in the Villain series by Serena Valentino. We have Kill the Beast, and this is Gaston's story. It's chunkier than I thought it would be. So here's him all like, I'm so pretty and manly. And then his inside cover is all mad and frustrated. These next books I got for $1 a piece. I have You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kayla Maron. I have read this already. I did not have a copy, and for $1, couldn't go wrong. Just thought this book sounded interesting. We have Home Is Not a Country by Safia El Hilo. Sorry, I know I'm saying that wrong. But this book, I think, is written in verse from what it seems like, and I really like that style of writing. Ellen Hopkins is an author who writes like that, so this looks like an interesting and a very good read. Then I have book 2, Faith Greater Heights by Julie Murphy. I am going to see her in September, so after this video plays, and it's August 3rd right now, but I'm going to see her September 6th at Romance Con, and I like I said, well, maybe I didn't say it, I already don't remember, but I have read the first and second book, just didn't have a copy, so again, for $1, couldn't pass it up. Hey guys, I am home. I did end up finding some books at Half Price Books, and I first always go to the romance section because that's the books I like to read and the ones I like to look for. And I found 4 books in the clearance section. They were $3 a piece. And the first one I found was a collection of books by J.S. Scott. I met this author at Book Bonanza. Super, super nice. I have one other book of hers, and this is the complete collection of The Billionaire's Obsession. And it looks like they're not that long, so I was happy to find this. Then I found this bookworm box edition of The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. I have the X-Hex by this author, and I was happy to find this book by Erin. Then this next author, I have heard about Samantha Young from a couple of YouTubers that I watch. I have seen her, oh, sorry, I just realized, ew, gonna have to clean that off. But I, yeah, have heard her talked about, like I said, from YouTube YouTube people that I watch, and I just thought I would pick it up and give it a try. I don't know if it's a book that's in the middle of a series or if it's a standalone, but why not? This author I also heard different things about, and I really liked the cover. The cover intrigued me. Rome Parrish, and this is called Small Change. Luckily, it says right on there, book 1. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if the camera is doing it justice with the colors, but very, very awesome cover. Then I looked around different places of the store. My name was called. I got $2.14 for the bag I brought in. Not a lot, but you know, it's something. And then I just did one more sweep because sometimes I do miss stuff when I am at the store, and I'm glad that I took a peek again, because by Pam Godwin, I found this book, Deliver Us, which has Deliver, Vanquish, and Disclaim, books 1 through 3. And I guess looking at here, these are the chunks they come in. So it is cool that there are 3 books in one in here. And I met Pam at Wild and Windy this year in May. And she's very nice. And I have seen her at other signings. Never went in her line. This was the first time I went in her line. But I've heard good things about Pam. And I thought, you know, this is my, like, I'm shopping with my birthday coupon. So happy birthday to me. And then at the register is where they got me with 3 more books. So we have A Whole New World, Straight On Till Morning. Sorry, it took me a second. The sticker was right there. And then we have Mistress of All Evil. So seeing these covers automatically intrigued me. Just hit myself in the face. I love a good Disney villain. And so, yeah, I had to stop. And, oh, it's cool because I took a look at the book and it has these cool pictures in them. And that sold me as well. I have some books from 2 different library book sales that I picked up while staying at my parents' house. And we have Foxheart by Claire LeGrand. We have As She Fades by Abby Glines. Sleeping with the Entity by Kat Devin, and then we have Flight by Laura Griffin. We have The Club by Ellery Lloyd. Rise to the Sun by Leah Johnson. Of Princes and Promises by Zendaya Manon. Then we have Enslave, Beauty Tames the Beast by Kathy Yardley. And by Shayla Black, Sylvia Day, and Shiloh Walker, we have Hot in Handcuffs. And I have 4 more books here. We have Love Boat Taipei by Abigail Hing Wen. We have Woven in Moonlight by Isabel Ibanez. Lastly, I have 2 Karen Slaughter books. We have The Last Window, and then we have The Silent Wife. I went to Half Price Books today. I had some birthday money, and I'm happy to say I found 3 books. I found books 1 and 2 of the Gods and Monsters series by Amber V. Nicole. So here's book 1. And book 2. Then it was weird because there was a book of this on the regular shelf, but for some reason this one was on clearance. I don't know why. Clearance for $3 Against the Tide by J.L., a Little Mermaid book. Alright, I have some more of a book haul to show you. I went to RomanceCon, which took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, September 6th and 7th. In our swag bag, we got 4 books. Well, there were 3 books in there, and then you were told to pick between 2 Beth Rivas books, so it ended up being a total of 4. I got Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, and I was so excited this book was in my bag. I listened to the audiobook, and I really, really enjoyed it, so I thought it was awesome it was in my bag. Now, there wasn't really a lot of books in people's bags that had to do with the authors being there. Beth, the book we got to choose from, was there, but so whoever they got these book donations from, wherever they came from, it was just awesome that they had all those books in the bag. This was the Beth Rivas book. This is actually book 2, The Fate of Magic, also by Sarah Rash. And I'll have to pick up book 1 because this comes out in October. Then we have A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I was really excited for this book too, Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. I haven't read a Rainbow book in forever, so I'm excited that the new one was in there. Then later on during the event, you could actually buy the leftover bags. They had... Well, I don't really know how many they had left over. They could have kept putting them on the table, but the bag, they were selling for $15 a piece, and there were 3 books in each bag. So I think, like, these were maybe offered to premium pass people, and then general pass had 3 books in there, and so $15, so $5 a piece, and you could mix and match while you were looking through the bags. Ended up picking up Mia Sheridan Archer's Voice and More Than Words. Then I got At First Spite by Olivia Dade, and this may be book 2 or 3 in the series. Please let me know if I can read this as a standalone, but I've always wanted to read her, so when I saw this, I'm like, well, let's start the collection now. And while I was there, I picked up 2 books from New to Me authors. I went to a hockey panel, so all things hockey, I love hockey. And I picked up by Chelsea Curtel Face Off, and this book, the girl also plays in the NHL with the guys, and I've never read a take on that before, so I thought it was interesting, and she had a couple different covers to choose from, but this one was my favorite. And the other book I'm currently reading, so I have it in a book sleeve here, let me grab it, is Butterfly by Jo Brenner. This is a dark romance hockey read. Then my friend and I were finally able to celebrate our birthdays. We are both August birthdays. We usually celebrate really late August or sometime in September, and I got Land of Ashes by Stacey Marie Brown. This is the 7th, and I want to say final book in the series. I've read the first 3. I just haven't continued yet. I'm really enjoying it, and I love these covers. My mom was at some kind of sale, and she found this Once Upon a Time book, and she just got it for me thinking I would like it. Then I was so disappointed. I went up to Wisconsin Dells for the Wazawa Day Festival, and their library always has their book sale during this time. I was so pumped for the book sale. I wasn't able to go last year because of my eye surgery, but the year before I hit the jackpot there. I found so many books with so many of the authors that I just love to read. And I know you're not gonna hit it big every time you go to a library sale. Donations are different and whatever, but I didn't find anything. I was so sad. My mom found a couple books. They're 3 for $1. They do have different books, like the books that I found, they were marked differently because they think they were like a little more special reads. But 3 for $1, like the regular books and stuff, you can't go wrong. But then my mom, with all her totaling up, she ended up being 2 books short. So she just asked if I could find anything quickly just to throw in, and I saw this, He's Just Not That Into You, and I liked the movie, so I thought, why not give the book a try? And then I just grabbed this from the book section. The Clown, yeah, it's kind of creepy, but last laugh. Thought it could just be one of those fun reads I need to like fill stuff in when I don't want to read something like heavier. Then on the way home from the Dells, we stopped in a town that has a half price books, and I found 3 books. I was so excited. The first one I found was Powerless by Elsie Silver. I owned the first 2 books. I was so excited to have this one because like hockey, and it was funny because I went on September 14th and the sticker says September 13th, so I got there just in time. And these 3 books I got, half price books, I used birthday money from my grandma. These next 2 books I found there, I was even more excited about because they are going to be at Wild and Windy in Chicago in May. And I have read Sophie Lark before, and I want to say Stolen Air is book 2 in a series, so I'm going to have to get book 1. And I didn't realize the covers could look like this for the series. I was used to, there's a different set of covers out there, but yes, really happy to have this. And then Morgan Elizabeth, 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I have never read Morgan before, so I am excited I found this because she is one that was on my radar for Wild and Windy. And my friends and I decided that this is going to be our like November, December read. Hey guys, I went to a book sale today. I ended up spending $15. It was fill a bag day for $5, so I got 3 bags worth. And I got, I want to say like 157 or so items, a lot of different stuff for me, for school, for my mom, and yeah, and it came out to about 10 cents a piece. I was excited to find Escaping from Houdini. Then I was really excited to find this by Zio Axelrod. This is an arc of Girls with Bad Reputations. It came out in February, and I read one other book by this author before, and I have met her, so to find an arc of, I believe this is her most recent read, that was super cool. And when it comes out to 10 cents a piece, just wow. The cover intrigued me for this, All These Monsters by Amy Tintera. Amy Kaufman has a blurb here, and I don't know, it seemed interesting. Then I found another arc there, The Frozen Crown by Greta Kelly. This came out in 2021. This is an audiobook of City of Heavenly Fire, and I just love Cassandra Clare and the series so much, so I got it for that reason. I found this audiobook by Renee Ahdieh, A Flame in the Mist. And I found these 2 George R.R. Martin books, Game of Thrones, and I just like having different covers. I have watched the series. I haven't started reading the books yet. I liked that I found an Animorphs book, and I mean, if you read these as a kid, it's just fun, nostalgia reasons, and I'm gonna go back and read. I have like 3 now. I found found this book by Courtney Summers, Fall for Anything. I've heard the name and I've seen other books of hers pop up, so I thought, why not give it a try. I picked this up for a holiday read in December. We have Maisie Yates' Rodeo Christmas at Evergreen Ranch. I just like the cover for this. This is Shadow Magic by Joshua Kahn. I believe that is all for me, and I'm just going to show some books for my classroom. I have a wide range of readers in my classroom, so I always love that I could find a whole range of books for my students. And this one, Pancakes for Breakfast by Tommy De Paola, and I believe I have read this before, but what I like is that it is just pictures. It's not words, because then my students they're really practicing their writing skills and they can come up with the story to go with the pictures. Then I found some different chapter books, and this year I have something different where I'm doing J-Bucks. J is my last name, and I have different tiers for them to save up their J-Bucks, their money to spend at our classroom shop. And so some of these books I'm going to put on my shelf, but some of them I'm going to save for the prize bins. And one thing that I always love finding is nonfiction books, because my classroom has so many fiction books, and I like stocking up on more and more nonfiction books for the kids to learn about me. One of my reading units is specifically on nonfiction, and like, even though you're teaching the unit, they don't always give you the materials to go with it, so stocked up on a lot of those. Oh, this is cute. I have a student who just loves Hello Kitty, so it's gonna be perfect for them for the prize bin. Some more books, and then of course I had to pick up these. My students know I love cats, so that would be fun to put on my shelf. I found these cool teacher educational books on animals, and then it was really cool that there were these little veggie guys, and I don't know, is it Veggie Tale? I can't totally tell, the sticker is on it, but these are gonna go in my prize bins or J-Buck store bins as well. So last weekend I found Stolen Air by Sophie Lark when I went to a different bookstore that I don't really go to because it's an hour away from me. And then this weekend, yesterday, I found these. So this is book 2 of the series. They have books 1 through 4, obviously, and grab book 2 because I got it last weekend, but I couldn't believe it was like meant to be. I believe there's 2 other books in this series as well, but I just like, oh my gosh, this is meant to be. Alright guys, so I believe that is everything I have to show you. My book haul for August and September went out with a bang with this book sale today, and I am excited to see what October and November bring for the book haul. Let me know if there's any books that you picked up recently that you're really excited about, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.